In this video, I'm going to show you how to fill screw holes like this in your walls. You're going to need the following basic tools and materials: a filler or putty knife, some filler, whether it's powdered like this or you can get it pre-mixed, a hammer, sandpaper or a sanding block, and a vacuum cleaner. So the first thing that we're going to do is to clean the area. Make sure you've removed any wall plugs like this, if there is any in there. I've still got 4 in this side. So how I like to remove them is just to screw your screw back in, or any screw that fits really, not too far, and then you might be able just to pull it out like that, or if not, you can use a hammer just to pry it out, but make sure you put something between the hammer and the wall just to stop you marking the wall. Then you're going to want to take your putty knife and just scrape any high spots off. There might also be a little bit of loose plaster. Try not to peel it off too much, but if it wants to come off, just lightly pull it off. Once your high spots are gone, you're going to want to get your vacuum cleaner and then just vac out these holes to remove as much dust as possible. So step 2, if you're going to fill these holes straight away just with filler, they're most likely going to crack around where the hole is. So what we're going to do is just make these more of an indent. So what you do is you get your hammer and you're basically just going to hammer just a small area just around, just for a little bit more space for the filler to take. So that just makes a small indentation around the area, and it means you can spread your filler over a bigger area rather than just having it over this small hole. If you're using plasterboard walls, this is much easier because a light tap with a hammer will indent the plasterboard. So it's very easy with that. But with this is a solid brick wall just with plaster on it. Still works the same, but just be careful because if you hit too hard, you're just going to break off the plaster. Then just come back again and just make sure everything's vacked up again, just to make sure there's no dust. This is a job that is going to look worse before it looks better, but don't worry too much because in the next stage it starts to look a little bit better. So next up, you want to either mix up or get your pre-mixed filler, and we're going to fill these holes. So now we've got our filler mixed up, we're just going to apply it using your putty knife. Now what you want to do is, don't put too much on at first, but you really want to get this forced down into these holes to fill these holes, because if you leave space behind these holes, again, it's probably going to just crack. So really force it down into the holes and really work it in. You can normally tell once it's hit the back of the hole because it starts to push itself back out. And then what you want to do is just skim over the top of all of them, just leaving it slightly proud. If you've got deep holes, you probably want to do this in 2 coats, but if they're just small screw or drill holes, then you can just do this in 1. So what we're going to do is just leave the filler to dry as advised on the packaging. This is a 60-minute filler, so this should be dry in 60 minutes. And then after that, we're going to sand it. Right, so next up is sanding. Ironically, all of these holes are filled, just needed 1 coat, but the 2 that I've been using for this video needed a second, so I've put a second coat on off camera, done exactly the same as the first coat. Then we're left with this and we're now ready for sanding. I like to use a nice flat sanding block, and I'm actually going to wet sand these. basically just to keep the dust down, because this does create a lot of dust, and obviously this is a finished room. If you're doing this in a room that's obviously not finished, it's not quite as important. So I'm just wetting the sandpaper, and then I'm just obviously flattening this down as you would normally with any sandpaper. You can also just use a wet cloth for this, especially if you've got quite a smooth finish already. If you've got a lot of raised areas, you're going to have to sand it down, but a wet cloth basically reactivates the filler and it just smooths everything out. You'll be able to feel it once you've got a nice smooth finish. And then you can see here each screw hole's got a larger area of filler around it, and that's what's going to help prevent it from cracking. If it just had the filler in the screw holes or the drill holes, it would almost certainly crack. And then on this side you can see the whole area's obviously had a slight indent in it on this wall. This is an old wall, so it's not perfectly flat, so it's actually filled most of the area, but that's nice, flat and smooth now. So I'm just going to give these walls a quick wipe down, just to get rid of some of these white marks from the filler, and then it'll be on to painting. Now they're wiped down, all that's left to do is just to paint it. Now I'm not going to teach you how to paint, I'm just going to use a brush for this. You can obviously just use a roller or a brush or a pad or whatever your chosen painting method is. One little tip I will give you: if you don't have the colour of your room anymore, or you've run out of the paint, most DIY shops or decorating suppliers will do little sample pots, and when you fill in small areas like this, those sample pots are easy enough just to do the little touch-ups, and you can also go around your room and touch up any scratches without having to buy obviously a full tin of paint. Save yourself a little bit of money, and it's obviously handy to have just for doing little touch-ups. So you can see, you can't see any marks anymore, which is good. We're going to need a couple of coats of paint on this, just because obviously it's straight onto fresh filler, but once you've let your first coat dry, done your second coat, then job's a good one. So if this video has helped you out, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help it grow. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.